Hey everybody, I'm Ben Kaplan and I represent Qualcomm Labs and Qualcomm Retail Solutions, which are internal incubators within Qualcomm. We're focused on addressing new market and product opportunities with retail and beyond. Just a little bit about Qualcomm. We're the leader in mobile wireless technology. When we power over 75% of the world's smartphones with our processing chipsets. And we're the leading patent holder with 3G technologies as well as many in 4G. But we also have a heavy focus on enabling mobile technologies outside of the hardware space to deliver rich consumer experiences outside of our core competency, which is obviously chipsets. This isn't really news to anybody in this room, but the following fact really drives Qualcomm now, the direction now and into the future, which is mobile is the largest technology platform in human history with over 6.3 billion connections today, growing exponentially every day and beyond. We've been moving into a world where everyone is connected, and I don't know if this is a good or a bad stat, but with regards to one-on-one communications, people are checking their phones on an average of 150 times a day, which is 1 in every 6.5 minutes. Probably some of us more than that. And there are 30 billion apps downloaded in 2011, and by 2016 there'll be 66 billion. So given that explosive growth, Qualcomm Retail Services was formed to provide mobile technology solutions to retailers, merchants, to enable them to build rich customer engagement and deliver meaningful, measurable business results, starting from the moment a customer thinks about going to a store or a retailer, the entire experience within it, and then what happens once they leave. Our products enable customers to build better mobile applications, which ultimately lead to a better consumer experience. The number of cell phones and tablets and connections signals a change in the way businesses must think about the way they talk to their customers. This consumer attachment or obsession to their device is a huge opportunity for businesses to take advantage of contextual awareness capabilities, including hyperlocal, to deliver relevant and timely solutions to their audiences. And to that end, we've created a product called Gimbal, which is a contextual awareness solution for Android and iOS that enables application providers to deliver timely, personalized, and relevant content to their mobile audiences. So Gimbal expands the ecosystem of offerings that are turning the smartphone into what Qualcomm calls the digital sixth sense, opening up new ways for merchants and retailers and brands and agencies to talk to their consumers. And basically, Gimbal builds user profiles of customers, which allows them to build better experiences for their customers, looking at things like customer behavior, browsing activity, app usage, location history, user interests, all of which can be combined to better understand your customers and then enabling communication to the users based on those profiles and the merchant's goals. Another thing that we do is we also utilize all the sensors within the phone and eventually also in the environment to also add to that user profile. And Qualcomm really believes that sensors are going to become a really big part of not just the phone, but everything around us. And you'll see that with smart appliances, healthcare companies looking to embed sensors into the human body. For example, we've been talking to a healthcare company that wants to embed tiny sensors, glucose sensors in your arm that will, for diabetics. So if you imagine that scenario and then combine that with it's the summertime, it's hot outside, and you need to take your insulin at certain times of the day. If your profile indicates that you go to the beach on Saturdays, you could easily get an alert from your phone saying, hey, we know that you usually go to the beach on Saturdays. You should definitely think about taking your insulin before you get there. Otherwise, you may have forgotten it. And that's extremely powerful to healthcare companies as well as consumers who have those types of issues. So with a better experience for end users, brands can finally begin to understand the real-world behaviors of their customers. So things like real-world click paths of where your customers are coming from, grouped by neighborhood, or when moms come into your store. We're working with some major retailers on use cases where that you've downloaded an app, let's say for your local pizza restaurant, and you've opted in to receive their offers and messages and become location enabled. So they could build a profile about you that basically knows that you normally come in 1 time a week, you live 3 miles away, your work is 2 miles away, and on a Friday afternoon when you leave work, you're driving home and you pass the pizza parlor, and they send you an alert saying, it's Friday afternoon, we're having a special, do you want to take it? You say yes, and you go home and get your family, and on the way back, they know that you're coming back, and they know who you are, they set up your table, they know all your loyalty information, and they have your table ready by the time you walk in. So again, it's just all about expanding the user experience and making the customer feel more like an individual and not just a number within the store. We also have technology with Gimbal that allows, say you're in a drugstore and you've been profiled to like a certain brand of shampoo, you can be directed to the exact aisle and location of that product within the store down to the SKU level using Gimbal and various technologies that we have that allow users to be directed down to individual product level items. And retailers really think that's really powerful with regards to dollars because when you can direct a consumer to a product that's on sale or that you want to get rid of, that means extra dollars and extra revenue for the user, or for the company, sorry. We've conducted some tests with Gimbal in Japan with a company called Dentsu, who's the #1 ad agency in Japan, and Recruit, who's the #1 ad servicing company, or app services company. And they incorporated various components of Gimbal into their some mobile applications to deliver relevant content, basically around offers and coupons and things like that, based on things like their location patterns, so where people lived, their interests, neighborhoods that they're coming from. And what they saw was they had a 3 times increased lift in take rates for those mobile advertisements versus traditional highly optimized targeting that they had done. So really, in Japan, they had already hit a saturation point from a mobile ad perspective. And they saw mobile contextualization as the only tool really to help better personalize the results that they were, to improve the results that they were seeing. And so we really did a good job with showing them how that could work. So what does this all mean for the industry? I mean, we think this technology is leading to a new mindset about how businesses personalize and send content to their users. And we believe it's about spawning some new businesses out of the ability to connect, further connect with the right audiences at the right time with the right information. Any questions? Okay, thanks.